Shalom, shalom, family. It's Yahuda from Yah's Assembly. Y'all know what time it is. It's a psalm or two a day. And today we're going to go over Psalms 21. Now let's get into it. Psalms 21, verse 1. The king shall joy in thy strength, O Yahuwah, and in thy salvation. How greatly shall he rejoice. Now, we know that the right hand, or that the salvation of the Most High, it's who some call Jesus, who we believe his name was Yahusha. Some say Yeshua or Yahoshua or Yahweh, but we believe his name is Yahusha. Thou hast given him his heart's desire, and hast not withholden the request of his lips. Selah. See, and today there's a lot of people that, the old adage, closed mouth don't get fed. If you want something, instead of being lustful and coveting something that somebody else has, instead of being envious, plotting to rob them or kill them, why don't you just ask the Most High? And don't just ask one time. Ask him repeatedly until he gives you an answer. You know, you have not because you ask not, or you ask amiss. You don't know how to ask what you really need. Thou hast given him his heart's desire, and has not withholden the request of his lips. Selah. Meditate on that. For thou preventest him with the blessings of goodness. Thou settest a crown of pure gold on his head. So the Most High made him royalty. He was a shepherd. He was one of the youngest, or if not the youngest, of the sons of Jesse. And he was the one that was chosen because of the Most High's mercy, because of his mercy. Thank you for your mercy, Father. Verse 4. He asked life of thee, and thou gavest him, even length of days forever and ever. You see how he's still asking for these things. He's not just being given everything. He's asking for these things. We got to get to the point in our relationship with our Creator that we're not afraid to ask. What's he going to say? No. A lot of times people get so busy, or they think that they don't want to bother or worry the Most High. And that's how you know when you're not operating in a sound mind, because the Most High, he knows what we need, and he knows what our heart's desires already are. But he just wants to hear you say it. He wants to hear you humble yourself, and say those things. So then he can give you, just like he gave David his heart's desire. He said, thou hast given him his heart's desire, talking about himself. Length of days forever and ever. Verse 5. His glory is great in thy salvation. Honor and majesty hast thou laid upon him. The Most High did. Verse 6. For thou hast made him most blessed forever. Thou hast made him exceedingly glad with thy countenance. So in the Most High, he's giving him joy, unspeakable joy, unshakable joy, incomparable joy, happiness, favor, riches, wealth, wives, the backs and the necks of his enemies. The Most High gave him a perfect peace for his faithfulness, a perfect peace for his faithfulness. Verse 7. For the king trusteth in Yahuwah. So David said, I trust in you, Abba Yahuwah, or Father. And through the mercy of the Most High, he shall not be moved. Because it's not by David's strength. David knew to humble himself. It was not about self-worship. It was not about self-exaltation. It wasn't about him being exalted. It was about humbling himself and the Most High being the one to exalt him. A lot of times we try to get ourselves exalted ourselves without going through the Most High, and without being humble. It's all about greed. It's all about need. It's all about now. And that's why we don't manifest the things that, we really want or crave or desire. Verse 8. Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies. Thy right hand, Yahusha, shall find out those that hate thee. You can't hide from the Most High. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. Oh, so he gonna burn them dead. He gonna kill them dead, as Bam say. Yahuwah shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. So, I mean, if y'all still think that the Most High, he's all love and only love, I suggest you really slowly read the Bible, because nobody in the history of the world has ever killed more people, animals, anything than the Most High. Period. Verse 10. Their fruit shall not destroy, their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men. So then the Most High is going to blot out their name from under heaven. It says, verse 11, for they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device, which they are not able to perform. So, you know, in our mind, we're thinking that they're actually talking about a mischievous device or a thing against the Creator, which they may have very well been. But plotting death upon the Most High's anointed is like plotting death against the Most High. Think about what the Most High did against the children of Israel when they kept murmuring against Moshe and Aaron, or Moses and Aaron. Think about that. And Moses, he would do what? He would humble himself and bow down. And then the Most High kept exalting him and slaying his enemies. So that David would do the same thing. He would humble himself, he would pray, he would sing psalms to the Most High, and then the Most High will exalt him. He had a perfect heart for the Most High. Verse 12. Therefore shalt thou make them turn their back. They're going to run away. When thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon thy strings against the face of them. Because the Most High, he has, utensils or instruments of death ready. They're in his store. They're in his treasures. And he will make our enemies turn away. But we have to humble ourselves and do the things that are pleasing to him. We got to get out of our own way. We have to die to ourselves. We have to mortify our members. We have to be dead to the law, sin, and death. We have to be dead to the law, sin, and death. We have to take on a new form. We have to gain tamuna. We have to gain our sound mind, exercise that sound mind. We have to actively work on it every day. This is a daily thing, just like it's a daily walk. This is a daily gift that the Most High has given you. So don't rest on your laurels. Keep seeking it. Keep controlling and keep having dominion over your mind. Either you dominate it or you will be dominated by it. Verse 13. Be thou exalted, Yahuwah, in thine own strength. So will we sing and praise thy power. Because it's all about the Most High. It's all about his goodness. It's all about his mercy. I mean, think about how many things had to go right for you to even be here right now. Just think about it. Or for you to marry the right person, or for the right person that you're supposed to be with to be here. And think about the same thing for the people that the Most High has placed in your lives. You think it's a coincidence? Yahuwah is good and his mercy endureth forever. Yahuwah is good and his mercy endureth forever. Yahuwah is good and his mercy endureth forever. So I just want to say all praises to the Most High Yah through his beloved son Yahushua HaMashiach. I want to say peace and blessings to the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad and to the strangers that cleave to the covenant. Again, this is Yehuda from YAH'S Assembly. Shalom. Whoa.